Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. My name is Elisa and in this video I'm just going to show you how Italians apply their makeup. Now my makeup is quite standard, especially like the daytime makeup, and by the way, I hope you haven't freaked out because I'm not wearing makeup, so yeah, I didn't warn you, sorry. I know that Italian makeup is a bit different from, for example, like American makeup, and I pretty much always watch American makeup tutorials, so I know that my makeup routine is different, so if you're interested in that, just keep on watching. If you're not, just keep on watching, so that you'll see my face like in a human form. I'm blind as hell without glasses. You know, when you're filming, your brain just forgets to do basic steps sometimes. So since my main focus, the thing that I want to cover the most are my dark circles, I usually start with applying a concealer, which I usually go with this one, which is like, it's just like the regular, I'm sure many of you know this one. I so hope this is on focus right now. And I usually use like an orangey shade. I have a slightly, like a tiny mirror over here, because I need to cover up these dark circles. So this, I don't even know why, but this is so funny. I'll even apply some on my eyelid, because as you can probably see, my eyelid is pretty like reddish too. It's time to blend, and I usually blend it with my finger, because that's like very little product, so like there's no need to use a brush for that like amount of product. And I try to blend it as well as I can, humanly speaking. I'm not a makeup artist, can you tell? Now let's move on to foundation, or in my case BB cream, because on a day-to-day basis I usually go for BB cream. When it's like a nighttime makeup, by the way, that's my BB cream, and at nighttime I usually go for foundation. If it's winter time, if it's summer, can't be bothered to do foundation, so I just use, again, just a BB cream. Let me just put makeup over here, maybe it's better. And I don't go too crazy with that, but like, it's a BB cream, so it's not full coverage, and you probably need a bit more than what the amount that you would need if it was a foundation. But I don't even know why I'm saying that, I'm sure you all know. I usually just blend it either with my fingers or with a brush, like a thick, like compact brush, so that the product kinda goes where I want it to go. I go over my, not in my eye, but I go over my concealer, because my concealer is like kind of orange, so if I go over it with my BB cream, which is more like my skin color, or what my skin color should be like if it wasn't green, I can just like even the whole thing out, the whole face out. You can see that like the back of this mirror, I used to have another mirror just like this one, but I broke it. Let's say that's good. Okay, so what I would usually do is like right now filling in my eyebrows a little bit. I'm not a huge fan of filling in eyebrows, but it's a step that some girls do and some girls skip completely. I'm kind of an in-between, because I'm like, we don't like to have very thick eyebrows, just like, for example, American girls like to have. So we tend to just fill them in so that they have a shape, but we don't make them thicker than our actual shape. So yeah, we just fill in the gaps. By the way, to fill them in, I use like the cheapest product that you could ever find, and it's like from Essence, which is probably the cheapest makeup brand. And I use the tiniest, the very, very tiny little brush that comes with the package. And this thing is really anesthetic, isn't it? Let me just try and see if I can use it without you having to see it. And as I said, I'm no makeup artist, so I know that some of you are cringing right now, because that's what a 6-year-old would do if she was required to fill in her eyebrows. That'll do. You can tell I hate this step, right? Now I have two options. If I want to have a bit more coverage under my dark circles, I can say this. Since I have quite some, I would go in with another concealer, and in this case I'm using this from Rimmel, which is like a stick concealer, so it's more full coverage, but I don't always do that. Like for the sake of this tutorial, I'm just going in with a bit more products so that you see what my like complete makeup looks like. Oops. And that's the time where I start to face the truth, which is I will never be able to completely erase my dark circles, and I just have to live with them. Okay, now that I have 3 layers of product underneath my eyes, which I think is enough. And I swear you guys, I have friends who don't have dark circles and they skip completely the concealer part. That's what I meant when I said that's not the standard procedure. That's just like every girl, everyone, every person has a part of their face that they want to work on a bit more, you know what I mean? So just like for me, it's my dark circles, powder, everything in place, and I'm using this Deborah. This is an Italian brand actually. I don't know, like I want to show it to you because I don't know if you have it. I broke the lid, so yeah, I used why am I like, I'm so clumsy today. I'm using the sponge that comes with the powder, and I'm just dabbing it underneath my eyes and wherever it needs to stay in place, so aka on my lids. Next step is to brighten up a bit the eyelid area, and for that I just use like you all know this palette, it's all over the world, like it's famous, it's worldwide famous. Anyway, I'm just using like a very light shade from this. I usually use like this one. I don't know if you even care about like the products or the shades that I'm using. I'm just like throwing them out there so that like in case you're interested to know which brands we use, that way you have like, you know, a reference. But you know, honestly, it's just not important which brand you use. It's just the type of products. So right now what I'm using is like a very light cream eyeshadow, so that my lids kind of brightens up a bit. It's not something crazy because during daytime we don't want anything glittery or, you know, like too much in your face. At nighttime, yeah, whatever, you can do whatever you want. I need to curl those eyelashes because they tend to not be as curled as I want them to be. So I'm just going to curl my eyelashes a bit. Rimmel time. This is again from Essence, and I really like this one, not because it's cheap, which is one of the reasons why I buy makeup, but because it's actually quite, I don't have that many eyelashes, but that's quite, you know, it fills in the gaps, if that makes sense, for eyelashes. I try to do this movement a bit. I don't just drag up. That way they should be fuller at the base. That's not like scientifically proved, so don't quote me on this. I know that some like I think English girls or American wear falsies, and we don't do that. We really just do that very rarely at night, not during daytime. Nobody wear falsies during daytime from what I know. I'm just now going on with some, this is an in-between between like a blush and a powder, but I use it as a blush, and this is from Kiko, which again is an Italian brand, so let me show it to you what the brand looks like. Kiko. I'm just using this as a blush, and I don't know if you guys have Kiko where you live. Just go like that, just trying to have some color, and whatever is left on my brush I just go like that. Try to even out with my forehead. Now that will usually be it for my daytime makeup. For lipstick we usually vary. Some girls don't wear lipstick at all. Some girls just wear a chapstick. So like right now I just have some lip balm on my lips. We usually just wear a layer of lipstick over my lip balm, so that it's not like that harsh, but you have some color. So what I would do is I would just choose a bright color like this orange, which is very bright, but since I have my lip balm underneath, that will kind of like blend this out a little bit. So I wouldn't just drag all over my lips, I would just dab it like that. That way you can see I have some color on my lips, but it's not like in your face. And I think that's it. That's all I would do for that's all I do for my makeup routine daily basis. And then of course I need my glasses back, because otherwise I don't see a I hope you guys enjoyed this little, not so little, tutorial, and you maybe learned something cool about how Italians apply their makeup. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you very soon with another video. Ciao!